Hi everybody, welcome to the DRF Breeding Report. I'm Dan Illman, talking with Daily Racing Form's Nicole Russo on the phone from Kentucky, where the Keeneland January Horses of All Racing Age sale is in full swing. And Nicole, there's been quite a bit of action over the first couple of days with one seven-figure offering and a couple of high-priced lots.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we have a seven-figure SIREN SERENADE leading the sale right now with book 1 and 2 here having wrapped up on Monday and Tuesday. Some of the figures, gross, average, median prices are down across the board, but there are a lot of interesting storylines happening at this sale. At one end of the market, you have a lot of people looking to buy mares for some of their new young stallions of 2017 with just about a month until breeding sheds open in Kentucky, and this one of the last place you can fill your orders commercially. And there's also been a lot of interest in the market for newly turned yearlings of this year, particularly ones by good young sires like Uncle Mo and Into Mischief.
And this sale also featuring mares in foal to American Pharoah, the great Triple Crown Breeders' Cup Classic winner. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of anticipation and excitement. And as we take a look at the top 5 highest-priced horses over the first 2 days, we do see one mare that sold in foal to American Pharoah. That is Joyfully, who went for $575,000. And Joyfully's got a really nice pedigree. She's got a couple of graded stakes relatives in her family as well. But how's the reaction to the mares in foal to American Pharoah thus far?
The reaction's been pretty good. At last fall's Phasing-Tipton, Kentucky, and Keeneland November mixed sales, we had 10 mares in him go through the ring. They averaged $444,000 that month, which is considered a commercial success. So when you remember that his advertised stud fee was about $200,000, you're a little more than doubling that. He had a few mares sell for $600,000 in November, and now Joyfully at $575,000. As you mentioned, to be commercially viable, you want to get up above that $200,000 stud fee. It's a little bit of a tough sell with a first-year stallion to have a mare sell for that much, but overall, he's hitting pretty strong with some of these.
Let's dive into some of these higher-priced offerings, beginning with SIREN SERENADE, who sold for over $1 million. We're going to take a look at her pedigree right now. She is by Unbridled Song, and boy, she's been a solid enough producer thus far. She's already produced Grade 1 placed Luminance, and her damn Versailles Treaty was a really nice, hard-knocking horse for the Phippses in her day.
Yeah, when you look at SIREN SERENADE's page, she really ticks all the boxes as a broodmare. She's by a very good broodmare sire in Unbridled Song. She's out of a very good broodmare in Versailles Treaty, which is what you want to see from a broodmare prospect. You want to see that their female family produces. SIREN SERENADE's already produced the Grade 1 placed Luminance, and she was the only mare at Keeneland January in full to leading sire Tappet, bringing those supply-demand dynamics into play. Now, this is very interesting. Don Alberto, which purchased SIREN SERENADE, has another very good filly by Tappet out of an Unbridled Song mare on the track right now in Unique Bella. So that means the full SIREN SERENADE is carrying bred on the same cross as that very promising filly.
Yeah, beautiful pedigree again with SIREN SERENADE, not only out of the Great Versailles Treaty. She is a half to George Vancouver, winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Sarland was a really good 2-year-old, could carry his ability a distance of ground by winning the 9-furlong Remsen. So SIREN SERENADE in foal to Tappet, a 7-figure offering. Let's move on to Delightful Joy, who sold for $700,000. She is by Tappet, and she is a broodmare prospect.
Yes, Grade 1 winner, you know, kind of a standout being by Tappet. She sold to Mr. Osama Abu-Ghazali's International Equities, which is really stocking up its broodmare band at this sale. That owner has just purchased a farm here in Kentucky. He's building up his broodmare band to support his good young stallion Protonico, retiring to TaylorMade this year. And he also owns a share in Warfront, who some of his purchases, including Delightful Joy, will be heading to for their 2017 bookings.
And as we see in Delightful Joy's pedigree, again, a very good quality female family. Her Dam Graham 6 was a graded stakes winner. She won the winning colors at Churchill Downs. Delightful Joy is a half to Cali Star. graded stakes winner and a nice solid mare in her own right. And Delightful Joy herself won the Monmouth Oaks, so we're going to take you back to that performance with Delightful
Money
Joy.
hugs the rail
And
in
this was just a
third.
good,
Just in
solid
behind them,
performance.
Delightful Joy
She
is
was
rallying
unraced
fourth.
at 2,
There's an
but she
eighth of a
really
mile
got
to
good
go.
at 3
White
when
Clover
stretched
trying
out
to
around
fend them
2
off.
turns.
Tiger Ride asking for money,
Yeah,
making
just
solid
a
progress,
nice,
and so is
solid
Delightful
race
Joy.
filly,
Delightful
off to the
Joy
Brood
finding
Mare
her best
Horseback
stride,
here,
and she
I'm really
takes
looking
off
forward
the
to seeing
final
what she can
16th of
produce.
a mile.
She just seems like a nice,
Delightful
solid
Joy
source.
sharp in the Monmouth
Delightful
Oaks.
Joy went for
Asking for money was second.
$700,000.
White Clover
She is
finished
a
third.
broodmare
Tiger
prospect.
Ride
She
was
is not
fourth.
in foal. Let's talk about Joyfully real quick. She already has a foal on the ground by Uncle Mo. She is in foal to American Pharaoh. She's by Mineshaft. This is a mare we would expect to throw some nice distance horses. She's a half to Divine Oath, who won the American Derby, to Auntie Joy, who is a really nice turf mare who won the Regret on the lead. Joyfully is just a nice young mare that could really be the cornerstone for a breeding operation.
Yeah, and she was another one of those very well-bred mares in American Pharaoh's first book. She's from the female line launched by the Unbeaten Champion and Blue Hen Personal Ensign. All of her daughters seem to produce. All of her granddaughters seem to produce. It's really a get for a program to have a nice young mare from that family. She was preceded through the ring by her first foal and Uncle Mo Colt, who sold for one of the top yearling prices here at Keeneland January. Mr. Abu-Ghazali also purchased Joyfully, and he, of course, is the breeder and owner of American Pharaoh's first foal, born here in Kentucky on January 3rd. So he's going to have another member of the Triple Crown winners, a very anticipated first crop soon. And he's also got Joyfully booked to that leading commercial sire Warfront for 2017.
Joyfully sold for $575,000. Our next listing, Grosse Pointe Anne, sold for $460,000. And boy, she's a half-sister to Uncle Mo, the hottest young sire on the planet right now. It's understandable that Grosse Pointe Anne went for a high purchase price, especially since she's already produced a stakes place runner in Indian Annie.
Yeah, Grosse Pointe Anne, I found it very interesting to look at her, having spent a lot of time around Uncle Mo, both on the racetrack and here at Ashford Stud in Kentucky. You can see family qualities coming through in her. You can see the same athleticism. You can see the same very refined head and neck and beautiful top line. She's much smaller than Uncle Mo. I went back and looked, and her sire, the late Silver Deputy, measured at about 15.3 hands high, which is smaller for a thoroughbred. So you can surmise that the athleticism and kind of that quality comes from the dam Playa Maya, whereas the size and substance coming down from the sire. Keeping that in mind, Grosse Pointe Anne was sold to Alistair Roden Bloodstock for $460,000 in foal to Pioneer of the Nile, who's a big, scopy, long sort of horse who really should add some size and substance to the resulting foal.
Grosse Pointe Anne, a winner, again, has produced a stakes place runner, and as a half-sister to Uncle Mo, a very valuable commodity. She sold for $460,000, as did Chocolate Pop, a daughter of QV, and Chocolate Pop has already produced a very nice runner. Her first foal, Aero Force, a multiple graded stakes winner.
Yeah, and Aero Force, I think, a little bit more versatile than some people give him credit for. He was a graded stakes winner on Dirt as a 2-year-old. He's run so well on turf, a little bit unlucky to get laid up during his 3-year-old season, but he's the only starter so far out of this very nice mare who sold in full to a very nice stallion in Bernardini. So there's a lot of upside on this page, I think.
Really nice black type on this page. Again, you're going to get the stamina with this foal, as she is in foal to Bernardini, and a little bit of speed as well. The QVs, obviously QV by Carson City. That's a really quick sire line. So it's a really interesting pedigree for this foal once Chocolate Pop does foal this Bernardini foal out of, again, a QV mare, Chocolate Pop. $460,000 for Chocolate Pop. Now, you can get some bargains at this Keeneland January Horses of All Ages sale. I was a bit surprised that Valid only went for $15,000.
Yeah, some of these, it's very interesting because occasionally at these mixed sales, you'll get a very good stallion prospect or a very good racing gelding, and the public commercial market is just a tough sell for some of these horses. But Valid, a very nice gelding, sold for $15,000, and He's headed for stakes company at Fauner Park and Arapahoe in Colorado and possibly Zia Park in New Mexico. Kind of a lower level circuit, but boy, I think he's still got some life in him and could dominate that circuit, being a very classy Grade 2 winner.
You would think he would certainly has the ability to make back that purchase price. He's earned over $1 million in his career. The classy son of Medaglia d'Oro, the gelding Valid. Nicole, thanks for the reporting. Great information as always. We'll see you next week for the DRF Breeding Report.